Hi, this is Ron McTube. Today on Way of the Hunter, we're going on our first crossbow hunt. That's right. I've been waiting to do this for so long, so today is the day. Also, it's launch day, so enjoy Aurora Shores. Let me know how you get on. If you want any help, drop it in the comments and I'll try and help you out if you're after any particular animals. So, this is one of the crossbows, the Harpy Wonder Hit. You get basically 2 crossbows, 2 scopes. One of the crossbows you have to unlock by doing the story, and one you can buy in the store. So I brought the store one. We'll get round to doing the story as we progress. But there you go. This is what it looks like. Let's zoom in, have a closer look and inspect it. Now, the Harpy Wonder Hit crossbow is a carbon crossbow. That's what it looks like anyway. And it's really detailed. I like the model. We're just going to have a look now. Then we're going to go out and do some hunting and see how it fares. Now, one thing we're going to have to think about now with crossbows is your approach to hunting. Because obviously you need to get animals really close. So a lot of people have been used to using rifles and not callers. Do you know what I mean? Just seeing animals, shooting them. Well, now you're going to have to use callers quite a lot. Not every animal's got a caller either, so it's definitely going to be interesting if you're trying to hunt all the species with the crossbow. I did see one of the objectives yesterday. I'm not going to spoil it, but let's say it's going to be hard to do. That's what I'll say. It's going to be hard to do one of the objectives, and it involves a crossbow. Now, these are the 2 different scopes. Basically, it's magnification and lens quality. One can see a bit further than the other, and the quality is a bit better. So choose whichever you want to use. You can also use iron sights, so if you haven't got the money for the scopes, don't worry about it. You can still use it iron sighted, and we'll do that in a minute. We'll try with the scope on and with the scope off and see which is better. If you think about most of your hunting you're going to do with a crossbow, it's going to be very close quarters. You have to think about your approach to the hunting as well. It's going to be totally different than a rifle because you've got to get animals so close. So callers, towers, being prone on your belly, crawling through the grass. I've been trying it for the last day or so, and it is a lot of fun. It is totally different to just rifle hunting. So those that like bow hunting, this is a start of it, and can't wait to see when compound bows and other bows get added. But as you can see, it's very detailed. It's quite compact. I've also got the Remington long range on in case I see something in the distance and it's a really big trophy animal or something like that. So I'm going to show you one of my favourite little spots. I've just found it's right next to where you start. There's a tower. There's a few towers around this location. I know some of you said there's a lot of animals. Basically, because you start at sort of like the drinking need zone time of quite a few animals. That's why when you walk out of here for the first time, you'll see quite a few animals because it's just a drinking need zone time and there's a river right in front. But there's a few towers around here which you can use for bow hunting. Really good. Get in the towers. You can either get in early or you can prone, crawl into them and then just keep calling. But that is the key. So here we are, we're in the tower. It took me about 20 minutes to get here from where you just see. So I thought, I don't think you want me just crawling for 20 minutes. It's going to be a bit boring watching that. But basically that's what I've done. So I've got my caller. This one is like a bag of bones or something like that, and you just rattle it and it works for numerous species. But we're trying to get caribou. I want to get one with the crossbow. These are all small males and a few females. So there's no trophy ones there, but it's just to show you. Now, first of all, I'm going to try iron sighted. Now, you need to allow for the bolt being put in the crossbow. So it takes a little time, so don't leave it until the last second. And they can spook the animals, so you've got to be careful. You'll notice sometimes they come to calls, sometimes they lose interest. It's brilliant. Yesterday on my right, I had a group of caribou, and I had one coming for ages. It was about 10 minutes, and he was just about there, and then he just turned off, and he's like, I'm not having none of it, and just walked off, and he never come back. So it was really realistic, and it was good that not every time do they come in. So your calling obviously plays a big part, how you call, but it doesn't guarantee that you're going to get your animal. So when you get the animal really in close and you know you've earned it, it does feel like really special. So we've got this fella coming in. We've got another one there. Like I say, they're only young 1 stars. Probably got bad genetics as well, so they'll do for this. So iron sighted, get your bow ready, crossbow I should say. And we're just going to try and get it in the heart if we can. Here we go. A lot of blood and straight down. Now, if you looked in the store, it did say from tier 2 to tier 5. Now, I was wondering why isn't it tier 6? I don't know the actual answer for that, but I thought I'll try it anyway. So I was hunting moose with it yesterday, and don't worry, it will drop tier 6 animals. But I don't know why it only says 2 to 5. Probably the power of the bow, maybe. I was trying to crawl in between some bison yesterday, but I couldn't get close enough. They kept spooking. So it'll be interesting on how to get those with a crossbow. But some people will get it dialed in and they'll shoot from quite far distances. But I think the furthest shot I've done up to yet, it's only about 50 metres. There's a lot of moose around the start. Sika deers, caribou. Like I say, these caribou are my favourite species now. I've been having a lot of fun. I found a mountain, right? We'll have to have a look at that. But on top of this mountain, you can see for absolutely miles. And 1,000-metre shots, there's quite a few available from this location. So we'll have to have a go at that with maybe the 338 on a bison. But I was up there, seeing quite a few different animals. I found a load of snowshoe hares as well and some birds. So can't wait to go and see that. So here is our first caribou with the crossbow. Now I do like this little addition they've added, so you can see the bolt and you can see it spinning as you would do in real life. Well, you would if you like Superman eyes, but it's a good little touch this is. I like how it shows you the penetration. Look at this, that's going into the heart, so that's why it died so fast. But that's a nice little touch there. So thanks for that, Debs. Didn't have to do that, but it's a good little diagram of how you shoot and very in depth. So it's only a 1 start, terrible genetics, but it was nice just to try the crossbow out on them. So as said, try and prepare how to get into the location you want to be, to take the animal. You want to work all this out before the animal starts coming in. So you want good visibility, choose a good spot if you're not in a tower, so you can see all around you. Obviously, with a crossbow, you need to have good lie of the land, so you don't want to be like prone in a dip. You want to have good visibility, so you can see all around you, and then call in the animal to exactly where you want. Do that beforehand, not just as the animal is right in front of you. So I'm going to try and hunt various species with the crossbow. I really want to tell you about one of the objectives. I actually want to try it, but we'll do that at a later date. It's got me quite excited. What we got over here? Now you normally get moose, caribou, Sitka deer, bison. It would be cool to get a bison. It's a big target, but like I say, you can't call them in. So you have to rely on stealth and prone and maybe the way they're walking. That's one thing as well you have to take note of. How fast animals walk, because a lot of the animals move when they're eating. So imagine you're crawling on them. The crawling speed versus the animal's walking speed, you really got to judge the way they go. It's a lot of info to take in. And I think we could do with like a faster crawl adding to the game. That would help. I know you've got to be stealthy, but sometimes you need to move a little bit quicker to keep up with the animals. So now the bows are added, and proning is going to be a big part of hunting with a crossbow. So we could definitely do with like a sort of slightly faster crawling if you want to. Maybe you keep your hand on shift as you crawl and you can do sort of like a faster shimmy. That definitely would help. Also, because you're crawling, if you're crawling a long distance, it's quite time consuming, so that would help for that as well. Just seeing what we've got about. Like I said, there's normally moose here, Alaskan moose, bison, caribou. What's those? I think they're Sitka deer. We did have some Roosevelt elk here. We've got a beautiful location. It's an open meadow. We might go there after we've hunted here. and we'll try and get a Roosevelt elk with the crossbow. That'll be a good challenge. I did have a pot shot at one yesterday, but I don't think I hit him. But we'll go and have a look at the Roosevelt elk after we've shot whatever these are over here. I think the Sika deers. Have you watched my first video on Aurora Shores? An hour long, nothing but gameplay. Got lots of different species. Check that out if you haven't already seen it. What was your favourite species you've seen up to yet? What are you going to hunt first when you get on Aurora Shores? He's just gone live, literally just gone live minutes ago. So let me know in the comments. So we've got bison over the river. Should we go for that? I am tempted, but I think I'm going to go for the Sika deer instead. It's going to take so long to get over there, and I think they'll just spook. This is what I was trying yesterday. I was trying different variations of trying to get near it, and they just kept running off. Got within about 50 metres and then it was gone. But they don't have callers, do they, in real life, so you're going to have to do long shots to get these with a bow, the crossbow. That's what we need added now. A bow range, so we can practice our shots. On Nez Perce Valley there is a range there, and I have been trying like 50-metre shots there with the scopes, just to sort of dial it in, but we could do with a dedicated bow range. I'm not attempting that, not iron-sighted. The arrows, the bolts do move with the wind as well. You can actually see them when you fire them, so there's no way I'd hit that there. A bit of practice. We've got some Sikas over here, so we're going to try and call those in. Got some Alaskan moose. Only a 1-star male, 2 females. Can't wait to see a 5-star Alaskan moose. It's going to be absolutely huge. They're so much bigger. Everything in this Alaskan reserve, Aurora Shores, is so much bigger. Making sure I've got the right callers. I've got the moose one. But what we want is the Primus bag. That does work for Sika deer. I actually shot some wolves there yesterday with a crossbow. I was trying to call in a caribou, and it was having none of it. And then I thought, why is it not coming in? I looked round, there was like 10, 12 wolves just walking in front of my stand. I took one out, and then the caribou actually came in. But it was nice to see wolves here. I didn't think they'd be at this location. On my left, also there's black bears. I've found some need zones for those. So there's quite a lot of animals right where you start. So get in position. As I said, get a good position where you've got good visibility all the way round, because when you're calling, you never know, there might be another group on my right or on my left. So you want good visibility all the way round. Also for when you take your shot. So it looks like we've got a few small males. It looks like 3's probably coming in. So we've got a good chance of getting one of these. You just keep calling. Lure them in. And hopefully they don't spook. And then you get to take a shot. That's the hope anyway. I'm having lots of fun at Aurora Shores. But can't wait to do... I'm going to take the 338 out soon. We're going to go for some long range in the mountains. This area I found, like I say, I was standing on top of it yesterday. Absolutely stunning. I could see bison at 1,000 metres. Roosevelt elks. Few species. So it'll be good to try and make my first 1,000-metre shot there. If you want to see anything, drop it in the comments. Whichever species, if it's an objective mission, drop that in the comments. I'll record everything I do as I do it. So we will be doing all the objectives, no matter how hard they are. I will be doing them, and every time I do them, I'll record them. So it does help people out. If you've got any good tips for Way the Hunter, drop it in the comments, because some people read them and think, oh, I didn't know that, and it helps them out. So any good tips you've got for Way the Hunter, no matter how silly you might think it may be, or if you think you may already know it, drop it in the comments. Like I say, a lot of people do read them, and it does help them out. Also, if you aren't a member already, come join the Way of the Hunter official Discord. Everyone's friendly, help each other out, give people tips. You learn about things normally first on the Way of the Hunter official Discord, so make sure you join that if you want to stay up on news and what's happening with the game. So I'm just going to keep calling and hopefully get him in. There's quite a lot of tweaks and fixes. I went over them in the last video as well. Check that out if you haven't already seen it, the patch notes. Come on. We're just going to try and get him a bit closer. They're both the same, so it doesn't really matter which one we take. Well, there's three. In fact, there's one on the other side of the river. As you can see, I'm iron sighted. And all you do is just put that red dot where their chest is. Like that. It's nice when it actually works like that. It doesn't always work like this when you're recording. And as you normally see, I try not to edit much of my videos if I can help it in Way of the Hunter, because I just like you to see what happens as is. What we've got over there, I think we've got some more moose. I think what we'll do is we'll collect this Sika deer, and then we're going to go and hunt for some Roosevelt elk. Now the Roosevelt elk on this are absolutely huge. I know I've said this about most of the animals on Aurora Shores, but they are so big. A level 1, level 2 looks like a level 4 off like Nez Perce Valley. So I can't wait to see a 5. But this is what I was talking about with the bolt, how it spins in the air. If you didn't know, that's what actually happens with an arrow, a bolt. They do rotate. And they've got like razor blades on the front, so imagine the damage that does. They do absolute slaughter animals. But there you go, Sika deer with the crossbow. So that's our second one. So I think we'll go and hunt some Roosevelt elk now at my, well, it's one of my favourite locations now. Another low genetics male, so it's a good job we took him out. Now here is the location with the Roosevelt elk. Now I've found the group I seen yesterday. I did have a shot at one of these yesterday, so it'll be interesting to see if one's wounded at all. But there's about 8 to 10 elk. He was grazing, but I've got some coming in now. But one of them is a 2-star, and if you see him, you'll be surprised, because like I say, he looks massive. He looks like a 5-star normal elk off Nez Perce. So we've got, this is just the 1-star. You can tell by the antlers, the genetics are not great, so we need to kill him anyway. Take him out the gene pool. Don't want him breeding. Give me all 1-stars. There's another 1-star grazing. You do seem to see, from what I've seen up to yet, a lot of 1-stars and low genetics, so you're definitely going to have to herd manage to get some of those big trophies. Unless they're in special areas, like on Nez Perce Valley, you got like Diamond Drill, for example, you got better animals down there. Maybe that's the case on Aurora Shores. I don't know, I haven't explored enough yet. But we will definitely be culling some of these 1-stars and the bad genetic ones. There's the 2. Now look at the size of him. That's only a 2. He's going to stop in this bush, isn't he? You can just tell. He's going to walk straight up to the bush. I should have moved, really. Like I said, always try and plan out your hunts before the animal comes in. I'm just going to keep calling and hopefully get him through this bush and then shoot him. It is a lot of fun with this crossbow. It is totally different hunting, and I can't wait for compound bows to be added as well. I know a lot of you want compound bows. What other bows would you like? Drop it in the comments. What about natural bows, recurve bows? There's quite a few different bows you could add. So let me know in the comments which you'd like. Maybe they could get some real life brand ones as well. So ones you probably use in real life, you probably get them in game. They've got some of the gun brands in there, Remington, Stayer. So maybe we'll get some of the bows as well. That would be a cool touch. I cannot shoot you like that. Come out. Come out the bush. I know you don't want to, and I know you don't want to be shot. Sorry, it's going to happen. What is elk meat like? I've never tried it. I can't believe it. I'd love to try it. I'm a big fan of eating the produce you get, so I've seen people eat them and butcher them, and it's supposed to be really nice, especially the tenderloins and things like that, but I've never actually tried it myself. Let me know what it's like in the comments if you hunt elk and you actually eat the meat you get. So I think that's good. He did a little hop. There's a lot of blood there. I expect him to run and look at the other herd. Now that's one thing as well. Now the bows are a lot less noisier than guns. I don't know what the actual spook distance is of the actual bows, crossbow. But as you can see, that spooked the other lot. Now I don't know if it spooked it because that ran or if it was a bow shot. They've started to steady up though now. Let's have a look at this blood trail. As I was saying, this is a new feature they've added, so it's a lot easier to track now. It's not too bad here because it's open, but imagine in a forest, that really does help. But look at all that blood. So the crossbow is deadly. Right, let's jog over and go and collect our Roosevelt elk. But yeah, what a lot of fun. Really loving Aurora Shores. We're just starting out. Let me know in the comments when you've tried it, what you think. When you go on your first hunt. Like I say, it's just gone live on all platforms now. So I want to know how your hunting is, how you went on. What was your first animal? Drop it in the comments. I love responding to all of them. We could shoot that with the Remington, but it's all about the crossbow today. I'm surprised they haven't run yet. Hey up! That's one of the reasons why when you shoot an animal in real life, you do not run up to it. Because someone ends up getting gored or injured or even worse. You always allow for an animal to die. Give it time and make sure it's dead before approaching. But that's a nice little touch. I thought he's down and done. And now they're off. What's that? Oh, we've got some surf scoters. So we found a location for those. We've got to shoot some of those. Might have to get the shotgun on. I've noticed these ponds around here. There's quite a few flying over a lot of the time. So it's a good location for surf scoters if you haven't found them yet. Someone was saying in the comments they taste really nice as well. I'm going to have to get some of these meats from around the world and try them. Maybe do a cooking video. Ron's cooking video with animals. Let's take a nice little picture. This is probably going to be the thumbnail. But yeah, I've had a lot of fun with the crossbow. Been great fun hunting with it. It's a great addition to Where the Hunter. Like I say, what bows to add next? Can't wait for compound bows especially. That's going to be my cup of tea. But the crossbows are fun as well. It's always nice when I've got that bit of extra time so I can do these longer videos. And I know from everyone saying in the comments on the hour-long video I did on the other day on Where the Hunter that they love the longer videos, and I love to do them as well. It's just whether I've got time or not. The thing is, like that hour video, right, it took me 3 or 4 hours to film it, and then we had to upload it, edit it, and it took literally 8 to 10 hours by the time YouTube had processed it. So it does take a lot of time. So when I've got the time, I'll do it. And I've just noticed this is the one I shot yesterday. I just thought, like, why has it got 2 shots? I didn't shoot it there. I shot it in the side just now. So there's the shot I've actually just done. But the one yesterday actually did hit it. So I'm quite surprised about that. Basically, I was iron sighting and I just went for a little pot shot. And I thought, oh, I've missed it. He just ran off. And I must have just lightly hit it. But that's cool. You can actually see the arrows in the side of the bodies as well of the animals. The Sika there, I don't know if you noticed it, but it actually gone through the side. You can see it sticking out the other side of its lung. So that's a great touch of detail there. But 617, so they're quite good money, the Roosevelt elks. And we've had a lot of fun on our first crossbow hunt. So I wish you all the best. I hope you have your great first hunt on Aurora Shores. Like I say, let me know in the comments what your first animal is you get when you jump on there, whatever platform you're on, Xbox, PC, PS5. Let me know in the comments how your hunt goes on, and I wish you all the best. Hope you get lots of nice animals. Let's just have a quick look at the map before we go. This is the location where I am now, with the elk, the surf scooters, this caribou as well. That's where you start at, and basically it's on the left here at this location. So I'm Ron McTube. We've been doing our first crossbow hunt on Aurora Shores. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels. Get ready for the next video, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.